Finding reasonable housing without upsetting the local economy is a major challenge in many different places throughout the globe. The rising cost of housing, especially in metropolitan areas where demand is fundamentally greater than supply, is making many families find it more difficult to make a living wage. Moderateness and financial security should achieve some sort of harmony in a multi-layered process, including creative policy making, harmless to the ecosystem metropolitan plan, and monetary tools helping both homebuyers and the larger economy. By addressing these problems thoroughly, it is possible to create a real estate market that satisfies the needs of all people without endangering financial development. The real estate market has seen a significant dip, taking the global economy down with it. To make houses affordable without destroying the economy, the Biden administration has introduced a new incentive program to help first-time home buyers get into the market. According to data from the U.S. Census Bureau, the home ownership rate in America is 65%, and the majority of people have a direct financial interest in not seeing their biggest financial asset lose its value. However, 87% of Americans are worried about the cost of housing, meaning there is a big overlap between people who want affordable housing as long as it's not theirs. The Biden administration has announced plans to offer tax credits of up to $10,000 to families selling their home to another owner-occupant, along with another tax credit of up to $5,000 to offset mortgage rates for first-time home buyers. This could be used in conjunction with a $225,000 bonus for first-generation home buyers. However, if a new buyer receives $40,000 worth of extra tax bonuses and grants, it will make affordable housing $40,000 more expensive, which doesn't really make them any better off overall. This has been tried in other countries like Australia and Canada, but it did not work as a long-term solution. If house prices cannot be made more affordable by increasing people's buying power, the only option left is to make houses more affordable by lowering their prices. This sounds simple, but can cause problems if house prices collapse too quickly, leaving people underwater on their home loans and destabilizing the financial system and the economy that depends on it. The most affected by a housing crash are people who have only just purchased their first home and still have a large mortgage on it. People who have owned their home for a long time and have a small or no mortgage won't be hurt, and they might even enjoy lower property taxes. Sacrificing people on the bottom rung of the housing ladder to let more people grab on isn't a good idea, and it weirdly doesn't even make houses affordable. Affordable housing is a complex issue that requires innovative solutions that may not be politically popular, but could make houses more affordable without destroying the economy. The number of people aged 25 and 34 living at home with their parents reached an all-time high in 2020 and has remained near historic highs. Most young adults in this age group would prefer a place of their own. But house prices have made it financially challenging for most and outright impossible for many. As a result, there might soon be enough people to start demanding more drastic steps. One solution that has gained attention in recent years is a land value tax. This tax charges property owners on the value of their land, but not on the value of the property as a whole. It doesn't consider the value of buildings and improvements on top of the land, it just accounts for the value of the land itself and charges whoever owns that land a percentage of its value every year. The land value tax could be progressive like income taxes, with progressive rates for different types of properties. For example, someone owning a family home on a lot worth $500,000 might have to pay 1% or $5,000 every year in a land value tax, while a wealthy landlord owning 50 single-family homes, collectively worth $25 million, might have to pay a 4% rate or $1 million every year. Economist Henry George popularized the concept of capitalism, which aimed to fix many of society's problems, including housing. He argued that a land value tax could be a country's only tax if managed well enough. The land value tax on a completely empty lot should theoretically be the same as the land value tax on a lot next door, with a 50-unit apartment building on it collecting 50 sets of rent. The owner of the vacant lot is motivated to either sell their land or build something on it to generate income to offset the tax they're paying to own the land. A broad land value tax could also offset income taxes, giving regular working people more disposable income to put towards buying houses. Traditional Georgians argued that a land value tax could replace income taxes entirely, but it would still help if the average house is worth $1 million. In reality, house prices have massively outpaced increases in wages since the 1970s. A land value tax could rebalance this by reducing income taxes, making real estate less attractive as a buy and hold investment, and encouraging people to invest in businesses that make stuff and employ people rather than buying and holding land. However, selling this idea to voters is challenging due to political opposition to taxes. Big landowners can easily lobby against the idea, making it difficult to convince voters. The moral justification of a land value tax is that a country belongs to a people, and if you want the exclusive use of a bit of that country as your own private property, you owe a little bit of rent to everybody else in the country for using land that belongs to them. This makes sense, but it is not going to be politically popular. It is also more government interference in the free market, thumbing the scale in favor of one type of investor over another. A negative land tax shifts government incentives in favor of hoarding as much land as possible with these many perks. People buy real estate as an investment, and this is not surprising. The second solution to making houses more affordable without destroying the economy is simply to build more houses. Zoning, NIMBYism, HOAs, a long list of confusing codes, and a lack of skilled tradesmen have made building a home a major ordeal. According to census data, America is building fewer houses today than we were in the 1970s, even though our population has almost doubled. Building houses does more than just increase the supply of an essential commodity. It also gives lots of jobs to lots of people because building homes and the utilities that support them require real hands-on work. However, just building more houses won't solve all of our problems. American cities have a major problem with urban sprawl, and building medium-density housing for people who just want a decent place to live is an important step. China has built more houses than any other country on the planet in the last 20 years. And they have homes that are even more unaffordable than ours. China has built so many homes that thousands of new developments and millions of apartments are sitting empty in so-called ghost cities that exist just for people to own a home. A home is not just people's biggest investment, it's their only investment, according to an analysis by JP Morgan's private banking division. Learning from China's mistakes can show us the third way to make housing affordable without destroying the economy. China is experiencing a significant slowdown because of how much emphasis they place on real estate as a financial asset. Here in America, companies are turning family homes into financial assets that can be bundled up and traded on securities markets like stocks, bonds, or options. Just reining in lending could also put the brakes on property investors who see real estate as a way to leverage their way into an overnight fortune by extracting rents rather than investing in something productive. The financial system is just as guilty if they want to take out a 5-to-1 leverage position to start a business that will employ people. We can say that the third solution to making housing more affordable without destroying the economy is to fix our overly complicated tax code. By doing so, we can create a more equitable and sustainable housing system that benefits everyone, regardless of their background or income level. A challenging but realistic objective is reaching cheap dwellings without compromising the economy, helping the stock of homes, providing creative financial options, enabling maintainable metropolitan preparedness, stopping speculative migration, and supporting neighborhood and legislative initiatives helps one to lay out an acceptable and open real estate market. This problem is intended to be resolved with an all-encompassing approach that takes into account the needs of all events featured and supports long-run financial stability. We can create a future in which everyone reaches decent housing by way of careful policymaking and cooperation without endangering the reliability of the economy. So, what do you think? Can we make homes affordable without crushing the economy? Do share your views in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.